This is the MJX Hyper Go. It's a 1/16 scale monster truck which features inbuilt GPS and Bluetooth. When I took this out and reviewed it, I was pleasantly surprised as to how well this truck actually performed. All the features on the app worked perfectly and the performance of the truck wasn't too bad. There was a couple of things letting this little monster truck down that I pointed out when I did the review video. I think the first thing was those friction shocks. The other thing that a lot of people pointed out when I posted that video, a lot of people left comments saying that they don't like the fact that you can't use your own batteries. And I did actually try to use my own battery and it did have steering, but there was no throttle. After reading all of the comments on the previous video, I sent an email to MJX letting them know your feedback. I put forward all of your comments and I recently got an email back from them telling me they will be doing an upgraded version which is going to come with oil-filled shocks and you will also be able to use your own batteries. Now this is really good, the fact that they've taken on board all of the advice that we have given them. This is the reason why I like doing these videos, when companies actually take notice and they make changes to keep us all happy. Essentially, the truck is going to be exactly the same. They're not making any changes to the power system, but what they've done is they've sent me the replacement oil-filled shocks. They've also sent me a new transmitter and receiver. Today I'm going to fit the upgrades that they've sent me. We're then going to take it back out and give it another run. For anyone wondering, I still don't know how much this is going to cost. It hasn't been released yet, it is still in production, and when I find out how much it will be, I will let you know. Right, that's enough talking, let's get the upgrades fitted. It's about time we do something about those horrible shocks. These are the old shocks, they feel terrible. These are the upgraded ones. They feel really nice and very smooth. Just take a look at this. How much better are those shocks? This is the updated ESC and receiver, and once we've fitted this, we should be able to run our own batteries. Right, I've plugged everything back in. Let's see if it works. They've also sent me the replacement transmitter. I'm not entirely sure what changes had to be made to allow us to use our own batteries, but it must have involved the transmitter as well. I really hope this works because as you can see here, look at the size difference between these two batteries. The smart battery that they include with the truck is a 1000 mAh battery, and this thing doesn't really last very long. Compared to the 1600 mAh 2S that I've got here, just look at the size difference and the amount of space that you've actually got in the truck to mount your battery. You could definitely fit a much higher capacity battery, but that's if it works. Right, so I've got this powered on, I've got my own battery in there, we've got steering, but have we got throttle? Yes, we have. One more thing before we take this thing for another run, let's see if we can fit this 2200 mAh 2S Lipo. As you can see, that 2200 mAh Lipo fits in the battery tray perfectly. That now means we've got more than double the capacity of the normal battery. Now the upgrades are fitted, there's only one thing left to do. Let's head out and see how this performs with these new shocks. I think the first thing we'll do today is a quick speed test. Let's see if using my own Lipo gives us any more speed. I'm also going to fire up the app and you'll be able to see exactly what's going on live on the screen. I'm not going to run through all the features because I have already done that on the original video. So if you're interested to see all the different things this app can do, check out the original video. It certainly feels a little bit more responsive. Right, let's see what speed we can achieve. Right, I've got the app running. Last time we achieved 22 miles per hour. Are we going to see any more today? I don't think we are. I think we're going to see exactly the same speed. It does feel a little bit more responsive now that we're using my own Lipo battery. but I don't think we're going to get any more speed out of this today. I think for most people it feels quick enough. It is only a 1/16 scale monster truck. You know, we can't be expecting crazy speeds out of this. It would be nice if it was brushless, or you know, if they offered that option to upgrade this to brushless, which they might do. It is still early days. You know, this truck is still in production. The shocks certainly feel a lot better, but we're not going to know how they really perform until we get this thing over on the gravel. Right, let's see what we achieved. Well, we got 24 miles per hour. That is a 2 mile per hour increase over the stock smart battery. This really feels like a new truck. Now we're running the oil-filled shocks. Excellent little upgrade. And they are going to be providing those from the factory now, so they will come as standard. Oh, popped a wheelie there. And it does just feel so much more responsive now that we're using my own battery compared to the smart battery that they include. I'm pretty sure they're still going to include the smart battery, but it's nice knowing that you've got the option to run your own battery packs now as well. Because if you're anything like me, I've got loads of those little packs hanging about. Right, let's see how this little truck performs over here on the gravel. This is where I tested it out the first time, and it was extremely bouncy, as you can see here on this clip. Well, again, like I said earlier on the mud, feels like a new truck. So much more responsive, a lot less bouncy. Yeah, a huge improvement. I'm excited to see how much this little truck is going to cost. I did ask MJX again and they haven't told me. I'm hoping it's not going to be overpriced, because I think there's definitely a market for this little truck, but there is so much competition out there. I just hope it is affordable, because it is a good little performer. It's certainly popping a lot more wheelies now. It just feels so much easier to control now that it's not bouncing all over the place. Yeah, this thing feels a lot nicer to drive. There we go then. I think these upgrades have definitely made a massive impact to this truck. It certainly performs a lot better. It's not as bouncy. Performance wise, it does feel a little bit more responsive, and I think that is thanks to my own Lipo. There's no denying this truck has some really nice features, especially the GPS features, but is it going to be worth the money? Well, we're not going to know until we finally get a price from MJX. Let me know in the comments section what you make of this little truck. The improvements made today have certainly made a massive difference to the performance, but is it going to be worth the money, and is it going to be better than some of the other cheaper options out there? Cheers for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing this little truck in action again, and I'll see you again soon on the next one. Take care.